dinner. For the boys, I'm making some stuffed mushrooms with crab, and I'm gonna try a jumbo shell recipe. And guess what? They'll eat it, and they'll let me know if it's any good or not. And then I'll let you all people know if it's any good or not. And then maybe I'll get around to making a short form video of it, or like a 2-minute version, not 2 hours. But anyways, so let's get started. So got a pound and a half and change of tri-tip for $7 a pound. So spent $11 on this. Take a look at it, pick out which one I want. I just want one tonight. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with the other ones tomorrow. Hey, what's going on, Sandwich? How you doing? This one looks alright. Not real familiar with the tri-tip, but it looked like it's gonna be okay. So we'll season it up now. By the time we get around to, cooking it, it'll be fine. So this is gonna be one of the simpler ways to do a steak. It's gonna go in a fry pan and rest, and that'll be it. So this is probably well, let's get a weight on this bad boy. Alright, 6-ounce tri-tip. These are gonna go back in the fridge. We're gonna season it with just salt, black pepper. Where's my black pepper at? I always lose that. A couple good cracks of black pepper. No, it's behind me. I got some drawers, but I don't really use them. Just got my knife drawer because I haven't got my little knife magnet set up yet. Garlic powder. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Salt. And black pepper. Garlic powder. And we're gonna set that off to the side, let it chill out. Tri-tip steaks, and then making some snacks, doing some experimenting. So part of that experiment will be kind of trying to make that right there, following the recipe on the back of the box, and then a stuffed mushroom experiment here. Oh yeah, I mean, a fridge under the counter would be pretty cool though, but we'll set that off to the side. Also, we're going to try to make a little chocolatey dessert here. Yeah, food is definitely more expensive here. Do a lot of shopping on base, so I save some money that way. But, when you're paying $5 for 12 eggs, that gets old pretty fast. So we're going to work on the dessert first because I'll need to chill in the freezer for a little bit while we cook everything else. So, alright, so 1 cup peanut butter, got that. 1/4 cup of soft butter. It's not soft yet, but that's okay. A tablespoon of brown sugar, got that. Salt, got that. And vanilla, we don't have that, so might have to use cinnamon or something. Chocolate will come later. 1 cup powdered sugar. Got that over there. Freeze for 15 minutes or more, so we're good to go. Got everything we need on that. Let's get started. this is why I normally like my butter on the counter, but that's okay. We'll put it in there and let it soften up or melt down a little bit. Let's go get a bowl, mix all this up in. This looks as good as any. Just looking for a measuring cup. Margarita in America. What's going on? What's a fat? The measuring cup is somewhere. I need that. But I don't see it, so maybe I don't need it that badly. It'll show up. So I'm not trying to fight World War II over peanut butter and measuring cups, so I'm just going to eyeball it. So we're looking for 1 cup of peanut butter. Here's 1 cup. It's got to be about a 1/4 cup there. 1/4 cup there. Yeah, that's got to be a cup. Or close enough. With peanut butter. So what else goes in there? 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. That's an easy one. A little bit over that, but that's okay. So let's let that off to the side. What else do we got going in there? 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. That's a 1/4 teaspoon, so let's just do a big pinch there. And that can go back in the jar. Alright, now I just need the vanilla, what I don't have. Let's see. Trying to see if I got anything that I could replace the vanilla with. No, but I happen to like cinnamon, so probably a little bit of cinnamon won't hurt it, I don't think. Now, wish I had a microwave that would make softening my butter easier, but whatever. We're getting there. Hey, what's going on, Lazy Wiser? How are you? I'm gonna need a fork or whisk for that. I think a fork is gonna be what I want. Now we're just waiting for my dad taught me to cook. People's moms here and there. YouTube. Just bits and pieces from wherever I've lived. All right, Bennett. If it means that much to you, Bennett Russell C1M. But yeah, I mean, but a lot of YouTube for the learning piece. Yeah, it's gotta be soft enough, yeah. So put that butter in there. And I'm gonna need this little bowl again, so put that back in the bowl pin. Alright. Oh man, yeah, that butter's, yeah, that's gotta wait. I'm gonna need something better to mash with. Let's see why they said soft butter, but you know. So we're just gonna keep mixing until the butter breaks down. Oh, fair enough, Diane. Welcome back. Now, everybody needs a good alias. I mean, it's not like Batman's running around telling the world he's Bruce Wayne, you know. So we're just gonna mix this peanut butter mixture up. Yeah, these things happen sometimes. You know, a lot of freaks out on the internet, believe it or not. Steak and cauliflower for my dinner, and trying a couple recipes on the guys from work. So we'll see how it turns out. But stuffed shells and then crab stuffed mushrooms as well. So could be terrible, could be good. I don't know. The pasta recipe comes straight from the box of Barilla, so and Barilla we trust, yeah. And if you use soft butter, the butter will mix in a lot better, but that's all right. What's going on, Functional? How you doing? Now we need about a cup of that powdered sugar, Life. And see if we can get that peanut butter going around. I don't know, they might got a thing going on, Functional, we don't know. Okay, if you want to get ants, using powdered sugar is a good way to do it, you know. But it's a little bit of the powdered sugar in at a time. Yeah, let's stir that in. Let's get another. Now, this is one of my recipes I got from some wench on the internet. Yes, correct, Lady Weisner. Attempt 2. Ooh, that's a little too much. It's all gonna get mixed in eventually. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants flaccid peanut butter. That's true. Or, you know. So, and you get it stiff just by adding more sugar, Lady Wiser. I mean, I know you know that answer, Diane. Share your wisdom. Yeah, well, you know, the butter is why you need to add the sugar, because the butter is what's making it so runny right now. Maybe if you can convert, you know, that ratio to ounces, I would consider it. And if you pay my grocery bill. Alright. I'm sorry to hear that. My Wi-Fi's down right now, so I'm on data. Or mobile data. Is that stiff enough, Diane? Is that no to the fuzzy or no to my peanut butter is not stiff enough? You know things, Diane. You're a wise lady. Alright. Now are we good? Yeah. Just a little bit more. Yeah, there's the better part of the cup. We're done after this gets stirred in. Definitely getting ants now because of all this powdered sugar if you don't clean it up nicely. So powdered sugar kind of sucks. It gets everywhere. I am left-handed. We will rule the world someday. All right, so well, that's a good question. The people want to know, Sandwich. All right, so a stick. I don't know if I should do this, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna put it in. That's true. They know things. I'm sorry, I'm pulling a blank on where you're from, Sandwich, again. I know I asked before, but... Yeah, like dudes just see me stirring and then, yeah. Let's just scoop out, what, a tablespoon at a time here. Oh yeah, that's the shape we want at least. Might help if I chill the tray ahead of time or something so the bottom gets hard. Alright, that's right. Taste your peanut butter here. Make sure that's tasting good still. I don't want it to stick, so we're gonna do some witchcraft here. This is as close as we're getting to a lemon baller. But I do have some oil or lubricant in the form of avocado oil. Let's see if this helps the cause. Let's lube the spoon up a little bit. Oh yeah. Come on out. Okay, kind of worked. Not really, but it's still gonna look like. Well, it could be worse. Well, you just gotta look at the risk rewards in those situations, and hopefully it was good. Well, did you have to buy new shorts for yourself, functional? Because then the ROI wasn't worth it. Oh man, that's a big one. Uh-oh. We're going to try to dress them up a little bit so they don't look like, you know. We'll figure out how to get these balling up on maybe the third go around. But, you know, that don't work. Chicken ramen is good. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Now we're ready to move on with our life. Yeah, I'm back. Lance, good to see you again. I really need to start taking notes of where you all people are from. Ah, so I'm gonna pop these in the freezer, but before I do that, God damn it. I always secure your toothpick boxes, but that's alright. This isn't a crisis. That's just unfortunate. Well, that's why you take green tea, add a little bit of lemon, a little bit of honey, and mix it all together and add a shot of rum. Cheers. Now, let's put some toothpicks in these, so hopefully we can get it up later. I use 2 just to give it a little bit more traction. Yeah, well, the honey and rum go together, the lemon and rum go together. I just haven't been shopping in a while, so to mix with the rum, I have, water or tea or tequila, or I guess I could grate a cucumber, but cucumber. I don't think cucumber goes with rum. I mean, it definitely goes with gin and vodka really well, though. Maybe white rum, but spiced rum, but And if you drink green tea, you live forever, Okay. Now, if all goes well after I put these in the freezer, and I patiently melt my chocolate this time, I'll be able to pull them off the tray, dip them in the melted chocolate, set them back down to harden, and then they'll be good to go. What's next on our agenda? We are moving on to the stuffed shell portion. I'll be honest, I had Burger King. Probably went about 10 years without having Burger King. Then I had it a couple months ago, and they really upped their game. Their burgers are actually good now. Yeah, well, it's not like living and green tea are mutually exclusive. I mean, look at all the nut jobs that go to the bar and order the green tea shot. Well, it tastes exactly like green tea, but doesn't have any green tea in it. Who would have thought? Posers. let's see what we're getting into here. Get some room here. Mainly just push everything over to the side and clean up later. Charbroiled burgers are good. Curse, I must have missed that. McDonald's. Yeah, context is important on that one. Yeah. Now let's get our ingredients laid out. Half packs of jumbo shells, got that. Ounce of marinara, 1 jar marinara, got that. 1/3 of a cup fresh ricotta cheese. Well, we ain't got fresh, I'll tell you that right now. But what do we have? We got lovely ground beef, ricotta, alright, we got ricotta. Mascarpone and Parmesan, parsley, no piss. But we're gonna upgrade this. We're gonna upgrade this recipe a little bit. I think you should do it, but you'll get made fun of if you use skim milk. So definitely go for the whole milk functional. But I would raise your price because you are gonna vomit, and it is gonna be a public scene. So you could even tell people it's for charity. Yeah, milk's expensive here, so I'm stuck drinking tea. Cold milk is good though. He wants a spotlight, but I respect. Let's get that pan preheated. I think this needs a little bit of garlic added to it, and then probably a little bit of sugar and a little bit of chili pepper, and it's, we'll be good. Yeah, well. So it works about 2 minutes away. So I'm trying to make something that's easy to take in, bribe my coworkers into liking me, It's power move. But pasta stays good forever. Yes, stuffed shells, I am. Oh, I'm giving away your alias. Uh-oh. So we're just going to use 3 garlic cloves here. We're not going to use a whole ton of meat. We're just going to give enough to give it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of floaty action. We're not going to add onion or anything tonight. Oh, thank you, sandwich. I'm just excited because I finally got people to cook for that's close by, so it works out. That's preheating. Oh God. Oh God, no. That sounds awful. Yeah. Mostly cheese. Cheese and meat sauce. If you could find like a chocolate shell, or make a little waffle shell, and then fill that up, and then dip it in. Hey, what's going on, Sandy? Good to see you back. Let me get a glass of water. I'm thirsty. Yep. There are worse places to be functional. Worse places to be. There. That feels nice. Probably preheated enough. Let's go in with some olive oil. Just to help the beef along. Let's season that up with some salt. Good chili powder. We're gonna do any seasoning we want to do later with the sauce. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. I'm just browning this up so it blends into the pasta sauce here. That'll be good. Yeah, I mean, one of these times I'll remember to put my ice in the freezer, but, you know, I just, life is good. Water is personal preference. Fair enough. We got a little bit of that beef fat rendered out. So let's pour that down here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put that garlic in there. Let that get nice and garlicky and all that beef fat. And then when it really starts to smell garlicky, we'll mix it in for the sauce to make our adjustments and back burner it. Because you definitely don't want burnt garlic. But as soon as it really starts to smell like garlic, and you know what I'm talking about, then it's good to go. So then you can mix it in with your beef there. Oh, and Michigander, I love it. I guess we already had that duck. Oh, all's good. All is good. Yeah. Yeah, Republicans and Democrats all eat. But, you know, I'll be really, really happy when both, you know, I stop getting all these spam texts, you know. I usually just respond with a picture of my dog's balls to all political texts I get on my cell phones. I hope we're talking about the same type of pickles, functional. Well, they gotta know that if they're texting me, that's ruining, that is decreasing their chance of me voting for them. Like, come on. And that should be a good signal just to take me off their list. Oh no, trust me. Anybody that tries to take my gas stove away, that's a fighting issue, Induction stoves are okay. I don't mind induction stoves. I don't like these electric coils, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think we're all capable of deciding what type of stoves we want in our house. You know. All right. So now here's where you taste adjust the store top. Yeah, well, I'm glad we can all unite that gas stoves belong, or at least the option of gas stoves. Induction is pretty cool though. Induction doesn't heat up the whole house, or when you lose power in the middle. Yeah. The cooking cop. I'm not a cop. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. That's a safety job. Yeah. So after tasting it, needs a little bit of adjustment here. Nothing crazy. But normally I would add a splash of red wine, but hey, thanks, sissy. God bless you and have a nice night. Induction's not bad. I can live with induction. But I like gas, It works when the power's out. What's going on, Kimberly? We're trying to duplicate that with some changes, from that. I'm gonna run out to the garden real quick. I'll be back. Oops. That's I'm just going to throw them in the hole there. Because I don't want that floaties here. Burgers were good. A little bit of that. A little bit of oregano won't hurt it. Let's preheat the oven here. 400 degrees, okay. And then the sauce has reached back burner territory, so just put that back there. Burgers turned out good. Oh shoot. Depending on what part of northern Michigan, I'll throw out Indian River. UP or northern Michigan, Sandy? Because I've spent a lot of time up in the northern lower peninsula. Well, 3 gas station. That isn't that small of a town. The beef can go back in. We're gonna have to start mixing up our cheese here, so I gotta grate some Parmesan and put the mascarpone out as well. Alright, got that, got that. Alright. 1/3 cup fresh ricotta cheese. So. Oh yeah, I know Alpino. Spent a lot of time. I'm originally from Michigan. Spent a lot of time in Indian River, Gaylord area. So about 30 minutes south of the bridge. Oh, In-N-Out's good. I'm going to throw this one out there. Whataburger sucks. I mean, it's just huge. It's gross. It's disgusting. In-N-Out burgers are good. They taste fresh. Alright. So I'll need a little bit more. But you know what? We're just going to put it back in the container because I know how much is in there. And we'll add another cup. Where's Toco Time at? In-N-Out's good. I mean, it's Western U.S. only, I think. I think they got about as far west as Colorado. I'm not sure if they've gotten further than that or not. Okay, yeah, so Burt, Mullet Lake, Indian River, Sheboygan River, Crooked Lake, Crooked River. So I got that laid out. 2 cups of mascarpone. Cheese. Tacos are good. Alright. We're just going to use all of this. Okay, Sterling Heights, down by Detroit. Ish. So we got that. Need mozzarella, 2 cups shredded mozzarella. We're gonna need something to mix these in. As well as boiling some pasta up, so. Alright, let's set our pasta water on to boil. Where'd my pasta recipe box go? Actually wants another cup of mascarpone. I'm prepared for this situation. Okay. 1 cup grated Parmesan, so let's get that out of the way. I know how to do that. What a mess here. Yeah, I agree. Skim mozzarella is trash, but at least this is only part skim. Yeah. Sterling Heights. Michigan's nice. I agree, Lance. I agree. Well, you want to get mozzarella. You don't want the low fat stuff because it tastes like garbage. We're grating Parmesan. One thing at a time. Where's my masher? Yeah, Utah's good. Cool. I want to go there skiing. Maybe Park City or something. That looks like a cup of grated Parmesan to me. I concur. It's just better off just to not eat a ton of it, you know? Okay, got the mascarpone, got the ricotta. I need a big bowl to mix that in. I'm looking around to see what I have available. I don't really have a nice big bowl. Huh. You know what? Okay. This will work. So the ricotta. Okay. Ricotta can go in there. Boom, just like that. 2 cups of mascarpone. Alright. There's 1 cup. Now it says these 2 cups, but I'm not sure. I think that'll be plenty. Half the mozzarella, or Parmesan. Give your pasta sauce a little bit of a stir. That's good. 2 cups shredded mozzarella, so I want a cup of mozzarella in there now and a cup in later. Here's a half cup. There's a full cup. Arizona school. Well, it literally is not cool, but you know, figuratively. There's something to be said for fat and happy. It's a real thing. Alright, that oven's preheated. That's cool. Not really that important to me right now. Where'd my spatula go? Oh shit, I already used it. Now I gotta wash it. Damn it. I need some green stuff, and parsley is not going to get the job done. So, I'm running out of space here. Let's just line our spinach up, roll it up. Yeah, a little bit early, but it's the weekend, you know? See, what else did I miss? Wash as you go. I agree. I agree. Thank you, sandwich. Yeah, switching that laundry is important. You can leave it in the dryer forever, but you don't want to leave it in the washer because then it smells bad and then you got to do another load. And yeah, it's just not good. Put a handful of chopped spinach in there. Why not? What else does it say to put in there? Actually, I didn't say that with spinach. That was off topic. Parsley, salt, and pepper. Yeah, I got dried parsley, so that's why I used the spinach. I'll add some of the parsley in for the parsley flavor, though. That would be ideal. You know, I love the one person cooks, the other person does the dishes deal. That's a good deal. Salt, black pepper. After I get this in the oven, I'll take a little cleaning break here, but we still got some time, and watching pasta boil isn't that exciting, so that'll be a good opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, but there's something nice about relaxing knowing you cooked a really good dinner while somebody else does the dishes. That's just kind of a good feeling, you know. There's like some pride involved at that point because because you know you did your job. And they also make certain robots in Japan so you would never need a partner, but you know, I'm not into that either. But to each their own. I'm gonna add some more of that mascarpone in there. That's the nice part about living alone is you can go several days without doing dishes. I don't know about that, but there we go. We'll add this in, and that should be about right, I think. Well, no, because I'm probably, you know, picking out the movie for the night at that point, you know. Okay. And let's be honest, who wants to hear the dishwasher running for like 2 hours because of these damn high energy appliances that you have to, one, take forever, and half the time you gotta run again because they don't do the job right the first time. Don't mess with my appliances, you know, I want the good stuff. Hey, what's going on, Australia Ghost Hunter? How you doing today? Hopefully your day's off to a good start. That's fair, I mean, definitely is more relaxing waking up to a clean kitchen or a clean house or whatever. But, you know, some people have the superpower of just looking the other way. What I happen to have. Oh, well. You know, hopefully it's a good day at work, working on the weekend. You know, shift works. Enjoy it, you know. Not bad. At least the bosses won't be there in on a Saturday to mess with you. We're gonna need more Parmesan for sure. There we go. Cool. Just waiting for the pasta water to come up to a boil. Oh, Faisal from Australia too? Oh yeah, Melbourne, yep. Sorry, Sunday afternoon. I guess it's Saturday here, not Friday, yeah. But either way, you know, boss ain't there to bother you on a Sunday, so that's good. More parm is always the answer. Although sometimes too much parm takes forever to melt, so we'll see. Alright. Mozzarella, we're done with that for now. Yeah, Faye's living in the future, along with, who was the other Aussie in there? Ghost Hunter. Here I am in the past, but you know. Should start peanut butter, and I'm sure we'll hide that in the cupboard for the next time. That's a good tip, Kimberly. I'm on board. Trees will grow back. Oh, we like machetes. No banning machetes. I can get on board with that. You know. pasta water's boiling good, but we don't want no bland pasta, so we're giving it a handful of salt. Says to do half the box of stuffed shells. Makes 4 servings, so half the box. Okay, we can have all that. I wonder how else I'm going to use the other half of this box. Yeah, I'm curious what y'all have against machetes. I mean, that's a functional tool. We can leave the pepper, oregano out here. Use it a lot. Sugar bowl back in its place. Need to get a bigger trash bowl. I'm going to have to lay out those shells. Grease the baking dish, add half the sauce, arrange the shells, opening up. Okay. Bake over them for 400 at 30 minutes. Okay, we can do this. Alright. Don't forget to stir your pasta sauce once in a while. Ah. That's a good question. That's the next step. Yeah, you can't recycle paper. I mean, we'll plant some more trees. Oh shit. Forgot to set the timer. We'll call it 6 minutes. 2 minutes is definitely already gone by. Yeah. Sounds like we're all on team gas appliances and team machetes are okay. Good to know. We're establishing our platform. Yeah, I mean, what's the difference between a machete and a meat cleaver? That was like one of my favorite stories where like there was like a vegan lady that called the police in Australia to complain about a neighbor's barbecue. So now they just have like a massive barbecue and invite everybody from the internet and the neighborhood every year. So it's awesome. Well, where are you sticking your spoon, Lance? Oh, man. Parmesan, we might need that later. We'll see. Stuffed mushrooms, they'll be quick. Hey, to each their own. We live in, here at Cooking Conspiracy, we believe in live and let live. That doesn't mean we're not going to ask questions about your alternative lifestyle, though. For education. I don't think we're talking politics. I think we're just talking about what Lance Smith does with the spoons. But, hey, And, the shell's got like 3 minutes left in the boiling before we're going to pull them out. Drain them, let them cool a little bit, then stuff them with our filling. That's low-hanging fruit for, that's what she said, or, another political joke, but what are you going to do about it? Yeah. So, this chilled green tea, alright? I made the tea and then I chilled it, so it's nice and strong tea-ish. We're going to give it a little bit of a kick. And it goes with the shot of rum. What's going on, big Legos? How you doing? We're going to give it some... What you do with your spoons to get questioned by the Australians. And some lemon juice. I don't know. Personally, if I go to a concert and somebody's banging a spoon on something, I'm going to want my money back. Hey, no worries, Legos. Come as you go. Easy come, easy go. You know what? And, we're just going to stir that up. The honey's going to be the sweetener in there. Well, stuffed shells, stuffed mushrooms, steak dinner, buckeyes, green tea, rum, lemon, honey cocktail here. A little bit of everything. Trust Barilla, pull out on time, pull off on time, I guess, on this. Oh shit. Now, you're going to put the pasta in the oven anyways, so you want it it still has some stiffness left in it. Hot, 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 hot. Ooh, what genre of music are you making? Are we still talking about spoons? Yeah, if you like rum and you like tea, it'll be all right. If you don't like rum or tea, it's not going to be very good. Uh, but if you add lemon and some sort of sugar, like honey or sugar, it'll cut the rum pretty good. Alright, give it, shake that out, get the water. Oh yeah, I love me some cowbell, you know. Whiskey, Jameson. I'd probably add a little bit of whiskey, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of cream, Jameson, you know. I don't know, as a general rule, bicyclists piss me off when I'm driving and when I'm walking, but if you can separate those fools from their money, that would make me very happy. Yeah. So these guys are going to be hot, but we're going to fill these little boats up. Oh, shit. Balls. Oh, that one's a double bagger. They're going to need some time to chill. Alright, time for a little break myself. I'll be right back. Celery juice from. Yeah, good for you, Faye. Congratulations. Celery juice better than cucumber juice? Probably whatever you're doing with your spoon, too, you know. But depending if you're big spoon or little spoon. Alright. Let's fill these shells up. sure there's a more efficient way to do this without, getting your fingers up in every shell you can here. Hey Lego, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great night. I hope you don't step on any Legos, but everybody acts like that's the worst thing in the world to step on. I don't really believe it. Try walking barefoot. Ain't that the truth? And the weather. I'll say that situation is weather dependent. Welcome back, Diane. Oh my god. Have you ever had to walk outside on a gravel driveway? Yeah, stepping on the Legos, that doesn't hold a candle to, I don't know, stubbing your toe on the coffee table, stepping in a puddle in the garage when it's cold out, and then you got a wet sock, especially when it's not your garage and you don't have another sock to put on. That's terrible. Just go to try to get to the beer fridge in the garage and now you got a wet sock. Not cool. Yeah, well, some of us have chosen not to live in Arizona for just that situation. But yeah, where like the sand would like blister your feet out at the beach. No, you remember back in the 80s on those like November through sorry. Oh, they got sand out there. I know that. But yeah, that's right. Just a sandwich. I forgot. My bad. Dude, what's going on, Kentucky fam life? How's the fam? Yeah, well, you both have rattlesnakes, and nobody likes rattlesnakes. Doing good. Had a nice Sunday here. You know. Oh, yeah. Walking to the beer fridge is dangerous, but that's just one of them things we gotta face in life. Oh man, especially if you step in the brake fluid, you think it's water, and then you walk on a carpet, and now you gotta clean the carpet. Yeah, that's a bad day. Well, Ryan, that's an interesting fact. So I'll go back and touch up some of the smaller ones here. You've never gone to the beer fridge, Sandy, or sandwich? I mean, if I change it to the wine fridge, does that? My question is, how drunk was your dad when he pulled in if the brake fluid is leaking on the path to the beer fridge? That's my real question. Because usually the beer fridge is at the front of the garage. I mean, there's no way the car should be leaking brake fluid on the path to and from the beer fridge. Now, maybe some old kitty litter that was on the floor to pick up some like spilled oil or something. But I'm not to doubt your story, but obviously somebody wasn't parking where they should. But maybe the brakes were leaking, and that's why parked up against the fridge. Who knows? Who am I to judge? Yeah, we got these all stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey here. So let's see what else. What's next? I think I'm just gonna bake them as is in this tray right here. What's going on functional? Because I'll need I don't want the sauce to spill over the side, so I'm just gonna use 2 of these guys. Apparently, Lance's Smith dad has a messy garage functional, but that's about all we've established. Alright, so got a pan, got my sauce. At the bottom of I should have greased it. I was supposed to grease it, but guess what? I don't think it's going to matter. If it sticks a little bit, but that's fine. So now we're going to go stuffed shell side up. And we're going to see how many of these we can get in here. Mm, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 16 and 10, that's about equal. I'm good with the mix. Let's see if I'm missing any magic here. Cover with the remaining sauce, mozzarella and parmesan. Okay. Let's put some sauce. Not all the sauce. Remember, you got another tray coming. So that's got to go on the bottom and on top there. And just, finesse it a little bit. You definitely want some sauce to go down on that cheese. Oh, that's cool. Hot wheel cars, Everybody's allowed to have at least one hobby, weird hobby. But when they stack up and they're Scoutmaster, you probably should call the police. fighting with trolls on the internet. I guess that's not really that weird. I'll think about it. It'll come out over time. So here's where we're at on this tray. Actually, I do need that mozzarella back out. Lance is absolutely right. That's just to telemarketers and political text messages, but that's not really a hobby. That's doing my duty. There's a difference, you know. So we're just going to sprinkle mozzarella on top there. Not too heavy. And then we're going to do the same thing with the Parmesan. Oh my God, you know, especially in a place where there's a lot of shift workers, if your porch light's not on, nobody should be ringing your doorbell. You know, if the shades are down, the porch light isn't on, leave me alone. Okay, now to duplicate the efforts for the next tray. Let's just get a little salt. I did it again. Hold on. We're going to pretend that didn't happen, and we're going to grease this one just so we can see if there's any difference. I don't think there's going to be any difference. Barbie FBI agent. Oh man, that costume, that just kept going and going functional. Yeah. So let's just stack these up nicely. Kind of doing a zipper pattern, like how you should get on the highway. Apparently they never taught that in driver's ed in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that, but most of my neighborhoods is family oriented, so most of my neighbors have families and kids, or at least married. Most of the single people live off base, but you know, I like being able to come home, walk the dog, let the dogs out during lunch. Like being close to work. Like being able to make stuff and bring it into to the guys on nights and weekends and shit like that. There's gonna be a little bit more sauce on these ones. That's okay though. Might bring the other ones over and equal it out, but I'm too lazy. No, welcome back, Mr. Troll. Dogs? The two I got now are 5 and 6, or 6 and 7. Good for you, Jehovah's. Yeah, Air Force. Alright. So 2 shells of people, so yeah. Alright. So here we go. Got this. Yeah, I mean, or government housing of some sort. You know, we can tell people I live in government housing or a waterfront gated community. So, tray 1, tray 2, they're going in the oven for 30 minutes apiece. But guess what? You can put them in at the same time. Who would have thought? Alright. In you go. Ooh. We're going to cover them. Oh man, Pearl almost got me rattled there, but it made a recovery. I'm assuming you cover them to keep the cheese from burning. I have no idea. But I would, but they're, training for a competition, and these are for the night shift anyways. I'm making my dinner here in about 5 minutes. So get the takeaway for the night shift. And then we're making progress. We're done with this. I'm going to have a spoonful of this. That's good sauce, a nice little meat ratio. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. But yeah, as soon as my neighbors are done with their competition thing, I'm going to invite them over for dinner. Let's clear up some space. Now's a good time to get, more or less, mechanics. And if I get out of the military, the firehouse is where I would actually love to work. Still a little bit of a shit show over here, but I got enough organization to make it happen. The steak, it's not super thick, it's kind of small. I'm just going to cook it on both sides, flip it once, hope for the best, let it rest. Then I'm going to cook some cauliflower and its juices. And by the time that's done, we should have a decent dinner. Cauliflower. Actually, I lied. We're going to make broccoli instead. Yeah, I don't know what Fortnite is, to be honest. Huh. Well, supposedly Barack Obama texted me last night with an urgent message, but I'm starting to think it wasn't really him. Could be the same situation with Snoop Dogg for you. Alright, stuffed mushrooms. Progress there. Yeah, go. Oh man, I only get them on my work phone, and I have a feeling like the last person that had the work phone gave some money or something, because that thing blows up with like political messages at least 10 times a day. Wieners! Good dogs. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better. Not sure if they really taste that much difference, but I mean, anything you do with broccoli, you can do with cauliflower and vice versa. We'll get that pan nice and hot. Make sure the back burner's off. Yeah, something like that. Hong Kong Sports. I forgot to set my timer. Shit. We'll call it at 26 minutes. Sure. We'll be fine. Is it any good? Who are they making fun of? Saturday Night Live, in my opinion, started to go downhill during the George W. Bush years. After that, they didn't make fun of everybody at that, and all of a sudden you knew it was coming and it was predictable and it wasn't funny anymore. I mean, but then again, he was pretty easy to make fun of. Woo! Yeah. That's just. Oh yeah, that's ready to go. Not much fat on that. Otherwise, I would trim it off and use the beef tallow. That's the fancy word everybody wants to use, but just trim fat. Neutral oil. Slide it away from you. I'm going to watch the heat crawl up that backside. When it's about 2/3, I'm going to flip it. Oh, what's happening with the ramen? There's boxing on Netflix now? Huh. Is he still gonna fight that one guy that the YouTuber turned boxer or whatever his name? Oh man. Now when you say they were on there, they were on there and impersonators were on there, because sometimes, it's a little bit hard to tell. I am gonna laugh if it was a shotgun loading skit though. While that cooks away, let's prep our broccoli. I don't know if I want to use the whole thing here. So just cut around. it's going to shrink a little bit when you cook it. So, yeah, I guess this is kind of that gray area where I got to use it all, don't I? And I can put any of that leftover grated Parmesan on the broccoli and it'll be pretty good. Oh yeah, high quality individual. Looking like we're getting a good crust on that. I don't want it to burn, so I'm going to give it a flip. As that two mark, usually I'm a 1 flipper. This might be a 2 or 3 flipper. It's a tri-tip. I think this is, haven't really cooked with them a lot, but it was on sale. So I'm thinking this would be a prime candidate for a sous vide because it doesn't look like it has much fat. I'm worried that it's going to be a little bit tough, but we'll see. I'd have to Google it, where it's from on the cow, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, when, is that an old interview or is that recent? Because I thought Muhammad Ali could like barely talk and stuff now. I thought he was kind of in a rough shape. Okay. Yeah, look it up. What's it called? Sandwich. That'll work. Get a little bit of oil back on. Get that edge seared up. Give that a turn. Put that down in that fat. I'm going to give it 30 more seconds each side. And we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, I mean, I like, a little nibbling as much as the next guy, but that was a little bit over top. Yeah. Thanks, man. We'll see. I'm not real familiar with this cut, but it's decently thick, medium heat. I think I'll be alright. So at least the outside looks good, so we'll see how it turns out. Got all this going on. Let's, what are we going to do with that? No. Oh no! Let's get all that up off that bottom of that pan. Let that rest for 6-7 minutes or so. Now if you want it to stay warm, go ahead and put a hat on it. See? Broccoli doesn't need that high of heat. It does need some salt though. Now if you're going to put Parmesan on it, lay off the salt because Parmesan, to me, it tastes kind of salty. So just a little bit. Get those little treetops covered in butter. I mean, people eat this raw, so even if you don't cook it that much, it'll be fine. Ah, yeah. I can see that. And hoping I'm getting some of the beef flavor from that sear off at the bottom of the pan, but it's not coming up as much as I wanted it to, but that's fine. Those little florets really absorb the butter quite well. Well, that's a throwback. That's like Marty McFly coming from Back to the Future on us. Taste as you go. My broccoli is going to taste like that lemon butter. What about garlic? That garlic powder can burn, so just be careful. Ooh, what did Funk say? I missed it. Cutting board so I don't have a bunch of floaties on my steak. Alright, getting a little bit of charring. Woohoo! Let me check my BlackBerry. Man, I love technology jokes. Next, the winner is whoever mentions floppy disk next. The Sprint walkie-talkies. Alright. Just for the record, I like my steaks on the rare side. Definitely not past medium rare. So let's see if I screwed the pooch or I made a good steak here. Let's find where the grain's going. We're going to cut across it. Oh yeah. Well, I definitely didn't hammer this, Lance. But it's how I like it. If I made on a pair of plates. This is going to, there's going to be some debate on how I cook this steak. You know, it's definitely rare. You could have left it go a little bit longer to bring it up to medium rare, but I was a little bit worried about burning out on the outside. Here you go, Penny. Let's get the broccoli in there. So we got some contrast and color. Burners are off. Got 10 minutes to gobble it down before gotta pull out the stuffed shells. And honestly, if you cut it beforehand, you can. I concur, Lance. Not the most tender steak I've ever had, but it's not bad. You know, for the price I paid, it was about right. Oh. It's functional, you know? That's right. I should take a picture of it, shouldn't I? But too bad. I'm not going to. Because I don't know where the work phone is, because it's probably getting blown up by political messages. Medium rare is good. It is not still mooing. It is rare. Probably, truth be told, should have given it about 30 more seconds on each side, and then it would have been perfect for me. But it's not overcooked, and you know, I didn't insult the cow's life by overcooking it. You know, so. Chopsticks just work good off of paper plates or whatever. Because, you know, you're not cutting, you're not forking, you know. Penny, yeah, you'll get some, don't worry. I would say it's rare. I mean, not quite medium rare. You know, another 30 seconds on each side would have brought it up to medium rare. But I would say it's on the rarer end of rare, depending on where you go. Where's the rice, you know? I made in a bunch of stuff already. I don't need rice today. Yeah. It's kind of hardening up in the freezer. We're trying to make buckeyes here. And also stuffed mushrooms to go with those jumbo shells. We'll get started on that as soon as I feed my wieners and finish my steak here. Now, would you say it's also mindful sandwich? Alright. Sometimes you gotta pay the tax collector, but she's gonna get the broccoli. Here you go. The wieners got fed. Yeah, the tax collectors, they don't miss a tax. They're pretty good about that. The black one, Kiko might. But not Penny. Alright, now this piece looks just about perfect to me. It's got good sear, good flavor, not any weird bullshit added to it, and a good cook. Nice tender. You can tell it's not a high-end cut, but it's pretty good. Aww. Now, does he ride it around everywhere with you in the car? Yeah, but you gotta put it in the trunk of the car and get it to work after this. Oh. No, I already paid the tax. Yeah, your Macintosh. One of mine pants the whole time in the car, and the other one just barks at everything that he can see out. Fortunately, when he's like laying down, he can't see over the window, so it's only like semis that get barked at. So as long as you're not like driving down like I-80, he's usually pretty good. Penny, no. Yeah, you gotta pay some more taxes. And don't forget the Macintosh. Sit. Penny, sit. Kiko, sit. Come on, sit. Okay, there you go. You figured it out. All right. Let's see. The shells are going to be coming out soon. Need a double boiler action here. Let's get the heat cranked up on that. Get that going. I'll let the dogs have this. They'll enjoy it. Go. All right. Put this away. Give it a quick wipe. And why are we talking about bowel movements? You know, just as long as it's not in the downstairs bathroom. Huh. Alright. Jumbo stuff. 4 pounds crab meat drained. Okay, we can do that. sugar, 1 cup chocolate. Okay. Got some chocolate chips here. Okay. That's a cup. And we'll put them back there and keep an eye on them, make sure they melt nice and slowly and we don't rush it this time around. Some of you remember what happened last time. Brought great shame. Alright, I got some mushrooms. Oh, I got 20% battery. I better hurry. I got some mushrooms. I'm going to give them a quick wash and dry. So I'm just going to throw them in a strainer and rinse. Skeet. Oh, now we got all the action. Ah. Move that back there. That's cool to the touch. We can move that over here. Get good oven mitts, people. It's worth it, I swear. Alright, we're gonna pull our pans out. Try to keep them all as level as you can. Ooh, shit. Alright. Yeah, the wieners do that. You know, and in secret's one thing, but when they look you in the eye when they do it. Okay. Let's just get a peek in here, people. Yeah, that'll work. Sorry about your IBM, but that's better than IBS. All right. Quiet. Yeah. So we're just gonna try as we go. Puppy jail. Yeah, neither have I, but, you know, the little stealing this recipe from this little book here. So we're just gonna follow the recipe on this one. First time doing it, so if you got anything the book doesn't add, let me know. So wash the mushrooms, or pretend you did at least. Get the dirt off. You don't want the dirt in there. So we're just gonna, you know, make sure the pull-out game is strong. Get the stems out of there. Wieners! It calls for the oven to be at 375. But you know what? I'll just leave it at 400. No, I'll actually change it. But you lose a little bit of heat every time you open the oven, so. Yeah, I mean, some dogs like going to puppy jail, you know. Mine go there sometimes as well, of their own accord. But very rarely while I'm doing my kitchen standing time. Peniche. But now that the pressure's kind of on, gotta get all this done before quickly because I got shells that I want to serve warm. But that's all right. So. I got mushrooms pulled out here. Got my recipe up here. 4 ounces of crab meat. Let's go. Drained and all that. I can do that. Now they only had a 16 ouncer in the store, so looks like tomorrow or Monday I'm doing something with crab. Alright, give it a little bit of a taste tester here. Oh yeah. Yeah, this crab's just okay. But that's alright. Need 4 ounces of it. I'm looking for some. I'm looking for my mini sieve. I can't find it. Oh, whoops. Put some foil on it. Cover it so the whole fridge doesn't smell like crab. Alright, need a little bit of cheddar. Probably need a little bit of mayo. What else do we need? Pimento, that sounds bullshit, so we're skipping that. Capers chopped. I think I got capers. I got olives, that's pretty much the same thing. I know I got fucking capers in here somewhere. Capers, found them. Perfect. What else do I need? Dry mustard. Well, I don't have dry mustard, so that's out. That'll work. Probably need a knife. We're in business here. Okay. So, don't forget that you got chocolate melting on the back burner here. So it's melting nice and slow. There's water in the pan underneath that's creating some steam. That's heating a nice heat-proof bowl or just a ceramic. I'm sure it'd break if I crank the heat up, but nice slow melting. Don't put your mayo on there because that gets hot and your mayo will go bad fast. We're going to dice the mushroom stems up. And actually, I don't want to add them back to the dip because there's plenty of mushroom already accounted for here. So I don't know what we're going to do with these mushroom stems, but they're not going back in there. We'll add more crab or more cheese or something to make up for it. Alright. So I need a mixing bowl. And I'm going to have to wash my spatula again. That's okay. Alright, so we got here 1 tablespoon of piment. I don't have that. Let's use mayo as our base. Where'd my spoon go? That doesn't fit there. One, two, three, four. Well, looks like a good starting amount. We'll just make it 5, just to be sure. Alright. Now we got crab meat. That goes in. Ooh, we're gonna need more mayo, I can tell. How can I tell? I don't know, but just a little bit more mayo won't hurt the situation, I'm sure. See what else does it have? Chopped capers, so we need to do some choppy. That's okay. Don't need a whole ton of them. I'm trying to get this done before my phone dies. The capers will give it a nice saltiness. And they go. Crab's already in there. A little bit of mustard. Tablespoon. Let's eyeball it. That'll be about right. Doesn't call for this, but that needs some soy sauce. Okay. We'll call that W sauce, close enough. Okay. So I got crab, canned crab, mayo, mustard, capers. I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar in. Turns out I didn't have some of the ingredients in the recipe, so we're just going to kind of free ball it a little bit. We're going to mix it up, we're going to taste it, we're going to adjust it if it needs anything. And you know what? I'm going to add mozzarella cheese to it. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to be better. I'll be better. Mozzarella. A little mozzarella on top. Mozzarella on top. There we go. And we're going to mix all that together. And we need Old Bay on this one. Hey, thanks, girl dad. We'll argue that Old Bay is one of the most overrated spices out there, but it does have its place. Yeah. Good amount of Old Bay in there. Mix that up. Probably should put some parsley in there, but yeah. I need something green in there, so we're going to add a little bit of parsley. Yeah, if you got family from the East Coast, you have Old Bay on hand. Yeah, we're making progress, folks. And I'm running out of dishes, so... So, here we go. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in with my mushrooms just to get the outside. Huh. Well, shoot, that's avocado oil, but that's okay. That'll be fine. Grab the wrong oil. Not the end of the world. We'll shake, shake, shake. And that'll serve as lubrication for the pan as well. So, now, we just fill holes, but it's always fun. And let's see if I got the portions right. Let's fill the big guy first. Now this one you're definitely going to have to like mushrooms. And you know, I probably should have put some salt on the outside of the mushroom, but that's alright. So your refrigerator can like lock people out. So like it's got like parental controls like your TV so your children don't watch porn. But then they find out your password and then they see all the porn that you watch. You know, that's unfortunate. Oh, man. And we'll top those up. Probably should put a toothpick in them, yeah? Hey, what's up, Amor? Okay, toothpicks. We're going to avoid the disaster that happened earlier. These, I don't expect them to stick to the oven or anything like that. but we're just gonna give people something to grab onto. You know, you gotta give people hope. I think you should just take them to a farm in the springtime or fall when they're like 5 and have the conversation then. There's no way these toothpicks are going to support these, but what it will do is it'll act as stakes to keep the tin foil from riding up on the on these. Really, I should start using the oven at work, but then you all can't watch. Phone's getting close to dying, so if I ghost you all, that's what happens. But we're gonna pop these in the oven for 10 minutes at 375. Come on, Penny, get out of here. Alright, in they go. Now, I bring your attention to the back burner situation. We are going to turn that into a front burner situation. I'll make some room. Alright. Sorry. Yeah, we didn't quite make it. Let's see if I can get these buckeyes out of the fridge and set up. But as you can see, this dark chocolate is nice and melted. So I'm just going to leave the oven on low as it goes and just keep enough steam to keep it at this temperature. Okay, now the real test, let's move that back a little bit. So we're going to take this, pulls off nicely. We're just going to give it a dip. Let it drip. Back on the cold tray. Hopefully it peels off nicely. I doubt it will, but and you know what? You can dribble the ones already pulled out with your dribbles. And pretend it's like some artistic beauty. Kind of like some squiggles. Who doesn't love some squiggling, you know? Oh yeah, look at all that squiggle action. And all of a sudden it looks like I meant to do it that way. Ooh, this one we're going to go all the way up. Squiggle, 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 squiggle like your life depends upon it. Squiggle, 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 squiggle. Now we just go through and dip them. Now, if you really wanted to, you could pour it over the top to get them all, or actually, I don't know how you would get the top and have it look good, but guess what? I'm a dude and I'm bringing in chocolate-covered peanut butter to work. They're not going to complain. They're going to like it. Okay, friends. Yes, that's melted chocolate, and I'll stick and lick it. You're a freak. But just for you. I mean, you gotta test the product, right? And this will be my sign off for tonight. No shit. I forgot to set my timer again. But I'm gonna take a peek. Looks like they need 5 minutes and they'll be done. Thanks, Sandwich. Enjoyed having you here. I'm gonna go load the car and drop these off to people who will actually eat it. Make sure to turn all your burners off. Thank you. They turned out pretty good. I'm going to mess around with them a little bit more before I make a video out of it. But I'm going to clean up, drop the food off. Thank you for joining. Love y'all. Ciao, ciao.